An issue for Saquon. I think last year was his best year. He didn't get hurt as much.
He played all season.
Played all season. So that was a first. And so for me, I'm like, I got to see that again.
Talk that talk.
Football is just around the corner. We're going to be doing our predictions very, very soon.
The nation.
But there's some people out here that ain't got paid yet, and they still not get. We don't know if they going to get paid. Prefaces my man Saquon.
There's money on the table, but he don't want it.
Yeah, but why? Let's talk about that a little bit. Why he don't want the bread? Because it's almost like they about to franchise tag him.
Yeah.
And he's about to be making less than my running back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Bijan.
To my boy Dijon. We ain't talking about mustard.
I like
Yes.
Bijan. I like Bijan. He gonna be nice, y'all.
Yes.
I like what y'all. We'll
Bijan
talk
gonna
about
be
that.
real. We'll talk about that as we get close to the. To, you know,
Falcons pen not disappoint me this year, man.
Hey, man.
I got a lot of expectations on them.
Yeah,
I do personally.
I feel you.
I got expectations for the Falcons.
It don't matter what he got, y'all. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right.
Positive expectations. But
So Saquon, man, and he ain't got no contract yet. What's going on over there?
He ain't signed his free agent tender. That's what they call it.
Oh,
we ain't
okay.
talking swipe left or swipe right.
Okay. I like that.
He feels devalued.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Giants, especially Daniel Jones, because think about it. Daniel Jones over the winter, man got 140 M.
Got a hole in bread.
Got paid.
Got paid.
Daniel Jones is like, I think if you go look it up, I think he's like the 6th highest paid quarterback right now. And we talking Daniel Jones.
Wow.
That's crazy.
6?
And it's no shade to Daniel.
No, shout out.
Get your money.
Get your bread.
Get your money, DJ.
Get your.
Right
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, dog. I knew it.
Get your money. Get your money. But his success with Saquon is a lot better than when he ain't got Saquon.
100%.
So why this man Saquon can't be compensated? So look, Christian McCaffrey, CMC, he's the highest paid running back at $16 million.
Dang, that's not a lot, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
It don't feel like it's a lot. $16 million for a running back, that seems like that's chump change.
It's still like a chump change.
Because people getting $105 million contract, bro, that's...
Think about this. Quarterbacks is making $35 to $40 million. 50 if you want to be...
That's crazy.
And running backs getting 16. That's the highest paid running back getting 16. Quentin Williams, the defensive tackle, just signed a contract for a 4-year extension for 100-something, and he got... These numbers is ridiculous.
Yeah,
running backs ain't getting paid.
Running backs getting dogged.
So it's like, okay, do you pay him as much as Christian McCaffrey at 16, or do you try to find a happy medium between 10 to 16? What you think? If you the Giants,
okay, I want to be real.
If you want to be a GM right now, can I get GM Bake?
Yeah, GM Bake in the building. Okay. I got to look at his produce when he's on the floor. But I think one thing for me, if I'm a fear of, is he going to stay healthy?
Okay. Health has been an issue for Saquon.
Health has been an issue for Saquon. I think last year was his best year. He didn't get hurt as much.
He played all season.
Played all season. So that was a first. And so for me, I'm like, I got to see that again. Because if I give you, and I'm not saying that you don't deserve the bread.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I don't want to pay you this bread and you're not on the field. And then that's going to hurt us. Now I'm stuck. And the only way to get my bread back is if I trade you, you know what I'm saying, and try to do something else. And so I think the Giants thing is they are nervous to not give this man the contract that he should deserve. He's been a faithful Giant faithful. I think he wants to stay in New York. I think he just want to get treated fairly like anybody else, right? We always know running backs deal with this. So I would go happy medium if he, like, what, do we even know how much he asking for?
I haven't heard no exact, like, this is what he wants.
Right.
Usually, quarterbacks, numbers be getting thrown out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, running backs, between him and Josh Jacobs, I have not heard, like, an exact number.
Okay.
So it's like, that's where, it's interesting because it's like, what do you guys feel is a good number? They both feel that 10 is not a good number.
I'll go 13. If the highest is 16, I'll go 13 or 14. I work in a happy medium because I say, look, we appreciate you.
Could that be incentive based? So can you the max you can get is up to 14 based off such and such, such and such, such and such. So
playing at least about 14 games.
So incentive based kind of contract to get you to your max.
But how does a guarantee work for the NFL?
So the guarantees work as money that comes out of the owner's pocket.
Okay.
So for example, let's hypothetical contract, right?
Okay.
So say Saquon was to come out and they was to give him a 4-year extension for, let me see, 4 times 8 is 32. I'm trying to figure out these numbers. What's 13 times 4?
13 times 4?
Yeah.
That's
2, 12.
That's 42. No, 52.
52.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start there. So they give him a contract, 4 years, $52 million.
Okay.
Okay. Now, within that, so that's $13 million a year.
Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So what happens is how much of that 52
Do you
is
get guaranteed? Okay.
No matter what. So no matter what happens,
This is your money.
this is your money for sure.
Right.
So it's like, okay, out of 52, what if we want to give you 36 mil guaranteed?
Mm-hmm.
So now that leaves roughly 14 million on the table of that's, you can still get up to that, or we can restructure at some point.
Right.
So that's kind of how a lot of these contracts work.
Okay.
So here's what I said. I said, are you worried about the loan? What is the what you want? You want money security or year security? What are you asking for? Because this is the same conversation we was having when remember when Le'Veon Bell held out some years back over the contract stuff. He set out a full year because he didn't feel like he wasn't getting paid.
Yeah.
And then he ended up getting a contract that was like
Dog water.
Like you held out and end of this all you end up getting anyway?
Yeah, because you love the game and now you got to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, how about you do this? It doesn't happen often because Kirk Cousins is the only quarterback, and I think Deshaun Watson to an extent too is fully guaranteed contracts. I'll go in there and say, look, give me 3 years, $36 million fully guaranteed.
I like that.
So I'm getting you getting services for me for 3 years.
Right.
All my money for the next 3 years is guaranteed for show at $13 million.
I'll do that. That means if I get hurt, I'm still getting paid.
I'm gonna still get paid.
Yeah.
And
take a little less to make sure you got it.
That's what I was saying. I'm thinking they should try to figure out a way how to fully get a fully guaranteed contract. Even if you want to cut it down. You go 2 years, $30 million fully guaranteed. That means you getting $15 million
guaranteed,
fully guaranteed.
That's a lot of bread.
It's a lot of bread.
Yeah,
for a market that's not that good.
Man, you in the wrong field, dog.
Hey man, listen.
That's a good negotiation.
I'm trying to figure out what do you want.
Right.
I still, as a Raider fan, I still don't know what Josh Jacobs wants. Because nothing has been really reported or said. I still don't know what Saquon wants or what they feel is a good compensation. It doesn't seem like they're trying to become the highest paid guy as far as Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
They just trying to figure out.
They just want to be. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like people just want to feel value.
Yeah.
They feel like they're giving their blood, sweat, and tears to the organization, and they feel like, hey, man, y'all paying these quarterbacks, y'all paying all these other players. Like,
everybody getting paid.
Don't just be throwing us about it. And I think why? Because when it comes to running backs, they have been disposable nowadays because they can't stay healthy.
And platoon, because like think about y'all team. Just for example, last year y'all had 3 backs that contributed.
Yeah,
kind of because of health, because Cordell got hurt a little earlier in the year, so y'all had to go through 3 backs.
Right,
but the systems that you're looking at in NFL is becoming. We are out of the days of just Adrian Peterson running.
Yeah,
Emmitt Smith.
They're doing
Barry Sanders.
They're doing a dual back combo.
Everybody is so it's like, why pay you like that
if we're gonna do a duel anyway?
And so, but when you look at the Raiders and the Giants, they didn't go. Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing last year.
That's crazy.
And led the league from yards from scrimmage last year.
That's crazy.
But the problem is the Raiders really would have been in a situation if they would have accepted his 5th-year option. Mm-hmm. So the 5th-year option, he'd already been slotted into a contract, and then they could start talking contract next year. Right. So this is like how Saquon is. Saquon's coming off his 5th-year option. Yeah. Now he can be franchise tag. So the Raiders didn't take Josh Jacobs' 5th-year option based on the simple fact of injury history. In his 4-year career, he never played a full 16.
That's what I'm saying.
And this year, he finally played a full 16. He balled out. Now he looking at them like,
Yeah.
You feel me? But they looking at him like, well, you see why I didn't do it the first time.
It's almost like when you was in a relationship.
Oh, okay, talk to him because Bake good at this right here.
You was in a relationship. In the beginning of the relationship, you was out there in the streets, not being consistent, not doing what you're supposed to do, letting them down, letting her down, letting him down, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you decided to finally be faithful. and now you want some roses and some flowers and some appreciation.
You
but you forgot,
you
forgot about the whole 4 years of being in the streets, being reckless.
Yeah.
And so it takes time to build that. And I think right now the organizations is like, look, we see your value, but you haven't been valuable
all
for the past previous years.
We couldn't count on you.
We couldn't count on you. So now we want to see if this is a longevity. So meet us halfway. So I think both Josh Jacobs and Saquon needs to meet them halfway. And be honest with yourself. Look, it's one thing if you played all 5 years
and been balling
and they ain't trying to pay you.
Because McCaffrey got paid and he wasn't paying.
Exactly.
That's crazy. They gave.
But when he did play, that was his first actual real injury. Because usually he had stayed. He was playing throughout the whole of his career.
He had 2 years back to back. So last year he finally full season, but the year before that and COVID year, he was hurt and wasn't playing.
But before that, he was balling. He was balling for consistently. You didn't think he could ever get hurt,
nah,
because he played all year.
He was,
and he put up numbers. He was the best on damn near everything.
That's why he was like always the number one draft.
For the previous years that he did, that's what got him that merit to say, we're going to pay you. Mm-hmm. And I think with Jacobs and Saquon, like, you deserve your bread. You deserve your money, but at the same time, you got to be honest with yourself. Like, if you haven't been consistent, meet them in the middle and say, look, can we do this?